Hi, my name is Sunny Bourne, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how I would use Screencast Matic in my classroom. I teach 8th grade social studies, and this would be an online note session for a flipped classroom about the Louisiana Purchase. Students would work through different stations, and this would be one station where they would work independently to find 5 to 10 different important points throughout the presentation. So this presentation will show you kind of what the note session would look like. We begin this presentation in 1800, the actual year 1800. So remember, the United States gained their independence and officially became a country in 1776. So coming into the new century, this is the first century that they will 100% be their own country. So they are excited to see what this century holds, and they have a lot of plans. A man who is going to change the United States is Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson is the third president and is elected in 1801. Before Thomas Jefferson came into the presidency, the United States had expanded quite a bit west from the original 13 colonies. They were excited to continue to expand. One of their goals was to expand from coast to coast. So Thomas Jefferson, once he got into office, decided that he really wanted to make some changes. And he knew that he needed to make some changes with the land. He wanted to expand west, so he decided he was going to go talk to his European pals, the France. They really weren't that great of friends. However, Thomas Jefferson had some reasons for this. Number one, they could expand west. Number two, the France would not be a threat to the United States in North America. Also, the France's territory was not overly populated, so he knew that it wasn't like they were trying to have a giant colony or try and take over North America. However, before Thomas Jefferson went over, we need to have some background of what was happening in France. So France had went through a French Revolution, and this was before the 1800s, and they would actually overthrow the royals, the monarchy, and the feudal system. When they overthrew this system, they kind of had the questions. What are we actually going to do to have a leader? Are we going to abandon democracy? What could really go wrong? Well, Napoleon Bonaparte, not Napoleon Dynamite, would come to power. And unfortunately for France, Napoleon Bonaparte liked violence. He wanted to rule the world. Napoleon got into many different fights. He would lead different wars, and Napoleon was actually very, very successful in his wars. However, when you have multiple wars very quickly and you continue to do them over and over again, you need more supplies, you need more men, and wars are expensive. So Thomas Jefferson is going to kind of come up with a best of both worlds situation. He is going to secretly send 3 men over to talk to Napoleon Bonaparte to try and buy the Louisiana territory. I say a secret deal is because Thomas Jefferson did not ask Congress and did not ask anyone if the United States could truly buy this land. He was more of a ask for forgiveness after the fact and apologize after the fact. So he sends the 3 men, and Napoleon actually agrees. And Napoleon was like, hey, we will give you this land. However, we need this much money. And they wanted $15 million for the Louisiana territory. $15 million for this territory is crazy because it doubles the size of the United States. Thomas Jefferson's men basically run out of the meeting. Do not tell him we just made a crazy deal because we are getting a steal. To put things into perspective, the United States bought the Louisiana territory in this purchase for $394 million today. This doubles the size of the United States, and as you can see, this is how our home state, Kansas, becomes a part of the United States. Without this purchase, we could be a part of France. Let's take it a bit further. So, 394 million. Airplanes cost 90 million. So you could buy 3 airplanes with this. Taylor Swift net worth before 2022 was 400 million. Now it is up to 720 million, her net worth, just one person. And the United States got multiple states and multiple different territories and land out of this deal. So basically, the United States paid the price of a Mountain Dew at a football game for the price of an entire stadium. This goes down in history as one of the biggest deals the United States had ever purchased. And the Louisiana Purchase really expands the growth of the United States and brings America into what it is in today. If you did not get your 5 to 10 points, you need to go back and you need to rewatch. But thank you for learning about the Louisiana Purchase.